Novo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crows of Judgment, and I want to do a follow-up on Defamation Noodles. Now, I was in Nashville over the weekend. I wasn't really doing content uploads onto the channel, but one thing I commented on Twitter was a situation where Defamation Noodles had gone through and posted a story about how an 18-year-old had come forward against James Charles, in which they accused him of trying to sext with them when they were straight. Now, that sounds oddly familiar to a situation that happened roughly 1 or 2 years ago, in which that person basically admitted to making the entire thing up. And, of course, Defamation Noodles ran with this accuser story when they provided literally no evidence other than NSFW pictures being sent to them. So, I'm just saying, I don't think Defamation Noodles is the kind of guy who actually should be involved in any of this, right? And I'm not kidding, because the dude is just insane, and I mean absolutely nuts. Now, if you go to his Twitter timeline, I'll let you guys do that on your own. I'm blocked, and I'm not going to go through the effort of making an alt account to see the absolute mental retardation of what goes on there, but it's literally just James Charles accuser, James Charles accuser, James Charles accuser, and he does nothing to verify any of it, right? If an image was sent over to that person, that's it. If they say that something inappropriate happened, that's it. Now, look, I understand there are people who have legitimate concerns with James Charles. In my opinion, the guy is grossly irresponsible, right? I gotta say, though, when you have channels, right, like H3H3, millions of subscribers, or channels even like Defamation Noodles, who have, 500,000 subs, and they will promote any accusation against James Charles, you're probably gonna have some people who come forward looking for that clout. Is that everybody? No. Is that even proof that they're doing it for it? No. But I'm talking about like any accusation these people will put forward, and there's a clear desire to go after James Charles, right? As you can see here, when James Charles aired his apology video, the thing actually had a pretty decent like to dislike ratio. However, after Defamation Noodles and H3H3 started to point out to all the Twitter rejects, hey, James Charles made a statement, it got dislike bombed, right? Now, again, I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt and say they probably had some legitimate concerns. However, as you can see here, this is from Diorio's community tab, Defamation Noodles contacting sponsors to get them to cancel James Charles, right? And he's done this on several occasions, right? But this is just about 2 days ago. It hasn't stopped, right? And again, the guy isn't doing anything to verify any of the accuser's stories. In fact, he went so far as to actually promote a fucking meme, right? As an actual serious accusation. Who could have seen this coming? James Charles exposed by 14-year-old boy who alleges James Charles reached out to him in Instagram DMs asking him to add him on Snapchat. Boy informs James he's 14, and James replies, "How about now?" James commented on TikTok, which is from 2020. Okay? This was a meme. This was a joke, right? Somebody put this together as a joke. It is entirely 100% fake. And Defamation Noodles saw it and told everybody that he was trying to sext with a 14-year-old. Right? Now, I'm just saying, when Defamation Noodles is on his Twitter account telling you that there are, something like 16 accusers against James Charles, and this mental reject is doing nothing to verify the stories, and is actually promoting a fake story that was never even meant to be taken seriously, was literally done as a meme, maybe stop listening to Defamation Noodles, right? And look at how easily this shit spread, right? Not defending James any type of way, but these look a little fake, right? Good for that person. Good for that person. Well, damn, he's approaching Cosby numbers now. Brain damage. Bad feeling there's more victims than we'd ever think. Prison uniform, right? Like, the thing is, there are people who legitimately hate James Charles in this thread telling Defamation Noodles that it's fake, right? Like, look at this, right? Not part of James' army, but looking the kids' tags on TikTok, the DMs definitely look fabricated. The guy's TikTok video was tagged as meme and funny, and this dumbass thought it was real, right? Defamation Noodles will promote any type of claim or accusation against James Charles. So if you're somebody who's got like 100 followers or whatever on TikTok, right? You can come out with a TikTok video alleging James Charles was inappropriate with you, and Defamation Noodles, with his 500 million sub channel, will let everybody know that you exist. Now, Defamation Noodles, right? At this point, has been told it's fake, it's a meme. The fucking hashtags on the video say meme and funny, right? You would think at that point he would just delete it, say, hey, I got this one wrong, right? No. This is how he responds to it. No, remove the last TikTok with allegations from a 14-year-old against James Charles, as some were questioning the credibility of the allegations. If more evidence is shared by the TikToker who made the original post, then I will repost. Dumbass. Brain damage. Mental retardation. I am not kidding. This is nuts, right? And like, I don't want to go through the effort of making like an alt Twitter account to go stalk this fucking moron, this mental fucking reject. But like, his entire timeline is just promoting accusations against James Charles when like they don't say anything, right? They'll literally say, I told James Charles this and he continued to sex me. Where's the message of you telling him that? I have photos of him. I have photos that he sent me, and Defamation goes, that's good enough for me, right? Again, I think James Charles is gross. I think he's an internet fuckboy. I think the guy is completely fucking irresponsible. But I also realize at this point, at least some of those people coming forward against James Charles are making their shit up, right? They're making up ever informing him of the age. They're making up ever saying things like, I told him I was straight and a major fan of his and he continued to sext me. I told him I was 16 and he continued to sext me. And I have literally every conversation with the guy and every photo he's ever sent me, except the one message where I informed him that what he was doing was illegal. Right? Except for that's the one I forgot to save, Defamation Noodles. Can you tell everybody that I exist and let them know what my TikTok username is, please? Thank you, Defamation Noodles, you fucking moron. But, like, you think it would stop there. You think it would stop with just James Charles, right? No, because this was posted by Diorio last night. Defamation Noodles just completely botched a rape allegation. I'm aware at this point most of you are aware he's a bad actor in the community after seeing the new video, but this seems to have entered another level. Say what you want about the flagrant targeting of YouTube sponsors on controversial figures like David or James Charles, this is different. Yeah, I'll put it like this, right? What he did here, okay? Because you can say maybe the guy has such a hate boner for James Charles. He takes such a strong stance against what he sees with James Charles that he's willing to throw logic and reason totally out the window, and he's just on a crusade to get rid of that guy, regardless of any context, right? Regardless of needing any sort of proof, his mind's made up, okay? It doesn't explain what he did with this individual. Today, a TikToker made a post about a situation pertaining to the currently 18 public figure Lil Huddy. Chase was staying at a hotel that was near his accuser's apartment during a tour 2 to 3 years ago. They were in Portland, Oregon at the time, and the two had been talking because they both found each other attractive. And she claims this aspect of their friendship was consensual. Little Huddy asked her to come out and meet him at the hotel. She entered his room. They allegedly had some sort of a sexual interaction. The accuser claims she didn't say no because she didn't want to seem annoying at the time and because she didn't want Chase to tell his friends she didn't do it. After the tour, Chase ghosted/blocked her, which shitty thing to do, right? But what do we have so far? You have someone who is between the ages of 15 to 16 years old, meeting up with a fan, having sex with that fan consensually, where she never tells him no, and then being a massive fucking prick and ghosting her because all he wanted was the nookie. All he wanted was just to get his dick wet, right? That's it. He didn't want anything else. And she says that she didn't say no because, you know, she didn't want his friends to know she didn't do it. If you didn't want to fucking do it, like, then don't fucking, why would you want people to know that you did if you didn't want to? I don't get it. Like, that makes no sense to me. But whatever, let's keep moving on. After the tour, Chase ghosted/blocked her. She feels like she was used and betrayed by Chase. She publicly acknowledged that it's in no way Chase's fault for not knowing what she was feeling or going inside her brain because she didn't tell him. She says she did what she did with Chase because of a power dynamic. I'm going to be very clear for everyone right now. The term power dynamic is going to be used by people who basically have absolutely nothing, right? They'll look at a situation, consensual sex, there was never any indication anything was wrong, but one party is offended by the actions of the other party later, right? For instance, being ghosted on, and they'll immediately go, power dynamic, right? It means nothing at this point. Because what's the power dynamic here? I didn't want his friends to know we didn't have sex, even though I really didn't want to have sex, but I wanted them to think that we did. Like, think about that for a second. Does that make any sense to anybody? And what's her actual fucking reasoning for coming forward? Because this dumbass has been conditioned by other dumbasses like fucking Defamation Noodles to say the word power dynamic as if it means anything at this point. We're not talking about a situation where this girl's boss told her that if she didn't give him a blowy in the fucking backroom closet, that she might not have a job tomorrow, right? We're not talking about an actual power dynamic. We're talking about a girl who's pissed off because she wanted to be realsy boyfriend-girlfriend, and the dude just wanted to get his dick wet. So then she turns around, promotes an accusation, and Defamation Noodles tells everybody that a 15 to 16-year-old arped her. That's how brain damaged Defamation Noodles is. She's like pure fucking brain damage. So this is the actual tweet from Defamation Noodles. It's been deleted now. Thank God. TikToker alleges James Hudson, aka Lil Huddy, allegedly sexually assaulted her during Lights Out TikTok tour. She says she felt powerless to say no because of his status. She adds after tour was over, Chase allegedly blocked her on all social media. Defamation Noodles, right? And like he talks about, like, he made a clickbait tweet. Dude, accuse a 15 to 16-year-old, right? I get he's 18 now. But he said that someone who is 15 to 16 years old sexually assaulted someone because he ghosted her after they hooked up. Now, look, I can use every single excuse and every single reasoning in the book as to why he goes after James Charles the way he does, right? Because, look, any situation that involves a minor is going to elicit an emotional response, 100%. Because at the end of the day, most people, most decent people, right? Mostly anyone, even not decent people, right? Don't want children being harmed. So you bring up a minor, and the first thought is go after whoever did it, regardless of anything else involved, okay? So I can give Defamation Noodles like a little bit of fucking rope there and say, I at least can understand. I can empathize. I can relate with that visceral reaction, right? But this shit, right? This is not at all defendable. This is not at all excusable. There's no reason to do something like this other than that brain-damaged moronic monkey actually feels that he can use his platform to promote any accusation, any allegation, and just see his sub count grow, see his follower count grow. When we talk about people that are a danger with their platforms, right? I will hands down say that I think Defamation Noodles is a bigger danger on the platform than someone like James Charles, internet fuckboy, who just wants to see fucking dicks, right? Internet fuckboy who's completely irresponsible to the point where you know at this point that at least I mean, even if you hate the guy, you gotta acknowledge that some of those people coming forward are not doing it with honest motivations, right? I would present James Charles to be less offensive than Defamation Noodles, who continues to completely fucking botch these claims. Like, promotes a fucking meme as a serious accusation, and then when it gets pointed out to him, says, well, I took it down because some people are concerned with the credibility of the statement. You fucking idiot, right? But look, let's be honest, right? The real jackass here is me, because I think we all know that Defamation Noodles is just a cat and therefore not a real person, and to be angry with a cat is really silly. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Let that shit bang.